to our business funding and whiskey presented by Estrada Vega Capital. My name is Brock Bertolo. I'm kind of the operational officer for all things that is Estrada Vega Capital. We are, I've got the pleasure to introduce some amazing speakers, which are going to kind of weigh in on what we are doing and what we just recently completed. First of all, I've got Omar Peru. He is the Don. This guy right here, he is self-made millionaire by age 31. How many bestsellers? 7?
27.
I forgot that too, right? So 27. That's awesome. You've trained how many people in total?
Over 5 million people, done over 5,000 presentations, have 44 programs on Audible, just, having fun, helping others go to the next level.
I love it. Love it. Love it. So we also have Mr. Dan Martin, who is a guru when it comes to marketing, everything AI. I mean, this guy is awesome. Welcome to both of you guys. So basically, business funding and whiskey. If you've never seen our show here, guys, you're tuning in for the first time. What we like to do is an unconventional approach to everything business, right? So really to spotlight the entrepreneur. We talk about business scaling. We talk about organizational concepts. And we talk, of course, about business funding. So today, what we're going to talk about is the 10X 360 Mastermind. Now, we just recently finished our 10X 360 Mastermind in Weston, Florida, at a beautiful $34 million mansion. We had a bunch of people come. We even had people stay at the event, and they got to learn some awesome things. So what I really want to do here, guys, is I just kind of want to talk about our previous event and what we've got planned for the future. So I guess I'll start it off here with a question. And Omar. So Omar, you were one of our guest speakers. I mean, you are the man, right? So what was one of your favorite things when it came to our previous event we had a couple of weeks ago?
Well, I like the networking. There was a lot of deals made there. A lot of people got to know each other and be able to work together and do business together. So it's always nice to be in a group of high-level thinkers that want to work together and network. So, these events are not just about listening to speakers, which is great, which, we teach a lot of great structures, systems, fundamentals, and different aspects of business, but it's also a great place to network and have camaraderie because you're there for 2.5 days and you get to be together all the time and talk. And what we like to do is not only teach, but also have fun. And when you have fun, you get to let your hair down, for lack of a better word, and kind of like get to know people in a real way instead of, running into an event, taking lunch and leaving. This is like a whole experience. And it was a great, like you said, a $34 million home. And the next one we're doing is another $25 million home. So it's kind of fun to do stuff like that. People don't get to live like that,
Yeah, it was an absolute blast. How about you, Dan? What was one of your favorite things at the 10X 360 Mastermind we just held?
Yeah, I think it's really, well, first of all, that pool, right? I mean, the pool was pretty amazing. You have to appreciate a place where you can just sit back and enjoy the company of other like-minded people. And so for me, I think similar to Omar, it was the community. And, listen, there's not a better time ever in the entire history of the world. In my opinion, there's not a better time to focus on your business and get serious about that, right? I mean, to see an entire group of people, both online viewers as well as in-person viewers, actually take serious control of their business future and make a decision to say, I'm going to do this. It's time. It's time to get serious about my business. That was what was really exciting for me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And guys, I got to agree with both of you. My favorite thing was just the personal connection, right? So Omar, you said it, you're in this house with other like-minded individuals, and it's not just a come and go type situation. We're eating together. We're having some drinks together. We're having breakfast together. And that's very different than any other events that I've had, just because it's such a small group of people. So it's extremely exclusive, right? And you can get out there, you can talk to Omar, you can talk to Dan, you can talk to myself. And that was great. I think one of my favorite memories from that event was after, I think the first day after that Saturday, going out to the fire and sitting down and just having honest conversations. And it was a lot of fun. So
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And the VIP dinner that we do and had was a lot of fun because people got to know each other and have a lot of conversations about what they're doing, like where you are, where you want to go, what you need to do to get there. So it's a casual atmosphere in a high end place with high achievers, which is fun for me because then that's when you really get to make a difference. I know because I was mentored by the best, and my best um, thoughts came when I'd stay at their homes and hang out with them over the weekends. And that's when you really get to know people and get to know the nuggets, the real nuggets, right?
Mhm. Omar, I love that you said that. And if you remember back in the book, Think and Grow Rich, somebody was actually invited to stay at a millionaire's house and absorb all of that information from somebody, right? I mean, from somebody who knew what they were doing. And to me, that's the benefit of this. I mean, think about the people we had at that last event. There were district attorneys, there were construction moguls. I mean, there were people who are damn good at business.
Yeah.
And what a benefit to just hang out and suck all that information and all that wonderful strategy and action steps from people making money doing what you want to do.
Yeah, I mean,
you are who you surround yourself with.
Yeah, and there was a lot of successful people there. Chiropractors that have multiple offices, and like you said, construction builders. There was the DA, right? The DA came to the event, which is great. So I mean, you just got to like take a look at where you are and where you want to go. If you're in the same place today, next year, you made a mistake. So you want to be there and be surrounded by like-minded people, and also educate yourself. Like Dan, why don't you tell them more about what you've been studying and teaching lately?
Yeah, I mean, I've been really digging into AI. November 30th, the whole world changed of 2022, right? Chat GPT came out. And if you haven't heard of Chat GPT, you live under a rock, right?
Right.
And that came out, it changed everything. Now, think about that. We have December, January, February, March, April. That was 5 short months ago. So there are no experts in this field really yet. I mean, there's a few up at the very, very top, but everybody is learning. Well, I've dug in and spent hundreds of hours learning now. And it's been so much fun talking to people who don't realize that you can use AI to literally make money. It's not just about making more, content. It's about making more money. It's about automating your business to a place where you can have some of your time back. And hey, listen, I love that story of the fisherman. Can I share that story? I don't know if I've told you, but
absolutely.
There's a fisherman sitting on the ocean, right? And he's catching fish, and he catches enough fish every day to feed his family, and he sells a couple to his neighbors so he can buy the things that he needs, and he's surviving, and he's really, really enjoying life, spending fishing every day. And suddenly one day a gentleman walks up to him and says, "Hey, I have an idea for you. I've been watching you fish. If you caught twice as many fish, you could hire a second fisher person." He goes, "Oh, okay." And he said, "And if you hire a second fisher person, you'll make enough money to hire, eventually 100 fisher persons. And now their fish can pay for a factory, right? And the factory will produce so much more fish, and you'll make enough money to finally retire. So then someday you can sit on the beach and fish all day." Right? Like, we do this dumb stuff in our business. Like, there's a better way to do it. You don't have to go through all of that painful part of building a business. So I love that we provide a place where people can come in and learn how to catch enough fish to enjoy their life. It's about getting your time back. Right? Yeah. It's about not just about the money, but AI is a big deal. And we're going to really dig into that in this next one. I'm going to teach you things that you probably don't hear anywhere else online.
Well, there's a reason why Elon Musk invested $50 million into Chat GPT. So
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's interesting. I mean, that's a controversial subject right now, a little bit, because everybody's saying, whoa, even Elon Musk came on and said, we need to halt AI for a little bit. Hey, listen, if you're an entrepreneur and you're not using AI, guess who's not going to be able to understand it, right? You need to understand this thing that's coming. It's not going to stop. It's going to be here.
Well, I've been having fun with it. Like I'll just ask questions, and it just like puts it out there in like 3 minutes. So I've been having a lot of fun with it, just asking questions, and it's fun. It's fun. I mean, I enjoyed it. Like last week, I wanted to do a little newsletter, and I said I want to do a newsletter, a short newsletter on becoming a multimillionaire like myself, and it went and gave me like, I'm like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, that AI stuff is awesome. I mean, and it really streamlines your business too. So if your wordplay is subpar and you're trying to write professional emails, that is magical. There's a lot of really awesome uses. And speaking of which, I was actually reading an article this morning about, this is terrible, about these college kids that are using ChatGPT, Jasper AI, all this stuff. And their professors are finally starting to catch on and catch them for plagiarism. Like, hey, you did not write this. And just a funny little tidbit there. I mean, it's going to go to the moon. I mean, we're going to be using that for everything. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I mean, if you're a business owner, phenomenal.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing. And you know what? The thing is we're going to cover other things like how to start a business, right? How like a lot of people don't even know how to start. I have that book that I wrote with my mentor, Tom Hopkins, called The Smart Startup. Brian Tracy wrote the forward to it, which is pretty amazing.
That's awesome.
And so we're going to talk about the smart startup. Also, I'm going to talk to you about the profile of an entrepreneur. So we're going to talk about things that, like, if you have a business, like Dan said, how do you get out of your own way? You know, too many people don't realize that the only way you grow is by duplicating yourself and getting out of your own way and making money while you sleep. So, well, that's the third thing we're going to talk about, multiple streams of income. I tell people multiple streams of income is not another job, right? It's not more jobs. It's making money while you sleep. And I learned that from my mentor, Tom Murphy. And then, of course, he turned me on to Jim Rohn, who is his best friend, and Bob Proctor. And, of course, Zig Ziglar and Tom Hopkins and Brian Tracy. And, I mean, the list went on. Dennis Waitley, Jay Abraham, Dr. Maxwell Maltz, just to name a few. So, you know, when you get to hang out with these people as a 19-year-old kid, and you're coachable, you absorb a lot of good stuff. I'm going to share all that stuff with everybody on those 2 days.
You said coachable. That's really, really important, right? And I think along with coachable goes along with the idea that you're willing to invest in yourself, in your own personal self-development too. Hey, I mean, how many of you, I know you guys know people who are like, I would never invest in something like that. That's silly, right? And
That's
then
crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy. Right?
I invested so much money going to boot camps of Brian Tracy and Zig Ziglar and Tom Hopkins and, Bob Proctor and Jim Rohn. And I mean, luckily I had Mr. Murphy was managed a lot of their stuff and wrote the material. So sometimes I got a break, but those were expensive in those days. And my guys don't realize, when I met my mentor, I would drive in my old GTO to events, sleep in the car, get up, walk into the hotel, clean up, go to I shouldn't tell you this, but I'd go to the gym, sneak into the gym, work out, clean up, and go to the seminar. In fact, it was a big joke with all my friends. I had one suit and a white linen suit, and people used to say that the suit stood next to my bed. They called it poncho because
Poncho.
I wore the same suit for a year and a half everywhere I went. So I'd walk in, and it was a white suit. I got it on sale, and it had a nice little vest, and I had one tie, one shirt, and one suit. And I went to every seminar with the same suit, and you know what? It worked. So here I am.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm gonna remember that now. That's
poncho. My suit poncho is white suit. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Brock, I know you invested a bunch into your own personal development too. I mean, why do you do that?
I think he froze.
I did. Awesome.
Are you there? We got everybody?
Yeah, you froze for a minute there.
You did one of these.
Yeah, Dan asked you a question.
I was just wondering, I mean, you've been to a lot of events and you've invested in personal development and business and leadership development. I mean, even though that it's expensive to do that, why did you pay for that? I'm curious. Are you hearing me okay, Brock?
I'm sorry. That question is for me.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was for Omar. No, yeah. So, when I've gone to events, when I've gone and done mentorship, and yes, it's always about getting close to that person, absorbing as much information as possible. But really what I find is the most valuable is surrounding myself with people and getting to meet people that will help me further my business. But I can't give you, I mean, like, there's so many examples of people that I've met at events that are just doing the same thing that I'm doing, meaning that I'm going to the event for, self-development, that end up playing a crucial role in business development for me. Like it's nuts. And at the end of the events, or, a couple of weeks later, after I've built these relationships and I've really cultivated them and we're moving forward with business, I'm like, this happened for a reason. This is why I did this, right? And then, of course, like I said, getting close to those that are your mentor and being able to pick their brain. I remember taking all my sales guys to one of my mentors down in Miami, and we got to sit down with them for about an hour and a half, and that was amazing. And it was a closed room. It was extremely exclusive, extremely expensive. But what we were able to pull from that meeting there, I mean, I still think about on a regular basis. And was it worth it? Absolutely.
Yeah,
Does that answer your question?
It did perfectly.
Right. I was the person who was getting the question. So yeah, no, let me ask the same question to you, Dan. Why would you go to events? Why would you invest in self-development? Why?
So
why not just keep doing the same thing that you're doing?
In the past 6 years, I've invested close to $100,000 in personal development. I've attended probably more like $80,000 worth of events and personal development retreats and leadership training and things like that. And if you would go back to the very first event that I attended and compare the success of my business and the success of my network, the people that I have contact with on a regular basis that know me, trust me, love me, care for me, and I do the same for them. I mean, it's night and day. It's absolutely night and day. I had so many things that I was doing wrong, literally just wrong in my life. And through continual personal development, I've learned to control my emotions. I've learned to be a leader. I've learned to be grounded. I've learned to test businesses in 5 days. I've learned to get financing for a business that's brand new, like I was a corporation that, I've learned a lot of things at these events. It's brought true fulfillment. It's brought a lot of joy, but again, we always go back to this, just like Omar and you both said, it's the community, that network of people that I have around me now. I mean, it's amazing. It's worth every penny. It's worth twice as much as what I paid for it.
Yeah. And, Brock, why don't you tell them more about how you're going to teach them how to, get their credit ready? And
absolutely. Yeah. So that was phenomenal. We had a pretty big reception, I guess that's the right word, to our presentations by Estrada Vega Capital about business credit, being able to, fund a business in 90 days. And we're talking about 6 figures of business funding, right? That's a massive change for normal businesses, right? So mom and pops, like 6 figures of funding that you can use for your business in 90 days. Just imagine what you could do with marketing, or you could do with your hiring or your retention. I mean, that's just amazing. I mean, for any business, I guess an additional six figures of cash flow would be a great thing. And then on top of that too, I had an awesome chance to speak and talk about leveraging personal credit as well, because those two go hand in hand, right? So a business owner who's looking for funding with a poor personal credit score, it's going to be it's going to be more difficult for that person to get funded. But if they had a higher credit score, it'd be much easier. So I had a great chance to talk about how to instantly increase personal credit scores, doing everything the right way. And then, just being able to scale those businesses within such a short time, that was a huge benefit for a lot of the people who went. And that was phenomenal. Now, not only that, everybody here that's on this call got to speak, but we also had some other marketing companies come in. We had these two young bucks that they are just masters at videography and TikTok, social media. And they really broke it down on how you need to entertain the people that are watching you, what you need to be doing. I mean, really, step 1, step 2, step 3 is extremely granular. And so a lot of the people that came, that wasn't something that they really understood. Was like, okay, yes, I'm marketing on TikTok. Yes, I'm marketing on Facebook, YouTube. But they showed how to optimize that in an extremely quick time, right? So everything that we did was centered around really building yourself and building your business. Now, not only that, like I said, we had another marketing company, and then we had an awesome income opportunity as well. We had, some of these guys that are just doing amazing work with businesses for filings, getting taxes, grants, all sorts of other benefits for businesses, and making that a part of a business model for anybody who came that wanted to make additional money too. Extremely awesome stuff. So, all in all, it was a phenomenal event for trying to scale your business, start your business in a box. I mean, if you're trying to really grow your business, not remain stagnant, be better than your competitor, I mean, this was the place to be. It was phenomenal.
So why don't you tell them where the next one is and how to get a hold of you?
Yeah. So our next event is going to be in July 21st through 24th in Fort Lauderdale. We're going to have a link here in our videos. So you'll be able to click on it, learn a little bit more, but we're going to have some amazing speakers there. The three of us are going to be there, as well as Carlos, who is the CEO, owner, and founder of Estrada Vega Capital. He's going to be there as well, speaking more on business funding. He is the business funding guru. And again, it's going to be a 2-day event. We're going to have a reception. Then it's going to be at the house there. There's going to be opportunities for people to actually stay at the house, meaning, hey, come eat breakfast with us, lunch, dinner, stay there at the house, evening activities. I mean, so there's opportunities for everyone, regardless of what you're trying to accomplish or what you're trying to accomplish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love that, man. I love that. And, also, there was some real interesting, you talked about the business opportunity with the tax grants and the things like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people, I think, out there who aren't quite sure. They know they want to have a business and they want to have it online where that gives them freedom to work from home and work around their own schedule and all that, but they don't really know what to do. I'll tell you what, I have a student now who, in the past 5 months, using the same program that we taught at this event, he has made $250,000 in profit in the last 5 months. That's not a sales number. That's a profit number. This is a real opportunity.
Wow, that's great.
Awesome.
Yes, it is great. I just can't wait to share it with people. I know that you guys are in the same boat.
Yeah, no.
It changes,
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, and that's one of the great things is that, being a speaker there, given the opportunity to really speak to people who are interested in what you have to say, right? So that are interested in developing themselves, whether that's, Omar, that's personal development, or Dan, whether that's marketing, or for us at Estrada Vega Capital, that's building funding for their business, and it all intertwines together. And it's really great to get with people that are also motivated, right? It's like surrounding yourself with all the people in school that sat in the front row and that took all the notes, right? As opposed to surrounding yourself with everybody who is sitting in the back of the class, right? Not paying attention, joking around, playing, right? So the difference there on what you're able to learn, what you're able to take, what you're able to implement into your business is absolutely massive. And we said it before, you are who you surround yourself with. So surround yourself with people who are willing to invest just like you are with your self-development, with building your business, with building your marketing team, with whatever. Surround yourself with those people, because that's what's going to get you to the next stage in your business. People make large businesses, right?
Agreed.
So it's all about the people.
Great. All right. Well, show them how to get there. And
yeah, absolutely. So guys, it's going to be 10x360mastermind.com. So we're going to have that within all of our video descriptions. You'll be able to click it, check it all out. And then, of course, feel free to give us a call or shoot us an email here at Estrada Vega Capital. All of our contact information will be there as well. So, boom, you'll be able to reach out to us if you ever have any questions, or if you're coming and you need help with maybe flights or directions or anything like that. Of course, we're here for you, just like we were for all of our clients at our last event too. So we know we're going to have an amazing turnout, just like we did. But here's the deal, guys. It is extremely, extremely exclusive, meaning we're going to have less than 25 people at this event, and that's including the speakers. Okay. So if you're interested, don't wait, don't dilly-dally. Okay, we've already sold over 33%. A third of our tickets are already gone. So if you're interested in either just, hey, coming for the event, coming for the speakers, and coming for our reception, or if you're interested in coming for all of it, having dinner, having activities, getting in the pool with everybody at the end, like we do a lot of really great stuff. There's still tickets available for that, but I guarantee you they will not last. Those are the first tickets that sold out at our last event. Everybody wanted to be there at the house rather than getting a hotel room and having to commute, and then plus all the extra amenities that were included too. It's a great deal. It's killer. You can't go wrong. So guys, you'll be able to find the pricing as well within our within those clickable links too. So if you have any questions about that, we're here for you as well. Well, hey, Omar, Dan, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I know all of our clients really appreciate you guys taking time out of your day, and I definitely do as well. So I'm not here by myself. So, hey guys, anything we want to add before we go ahead and sign up?
Can I say one thing about the tickets event? Because you guys are doing something. We're doing something really unique at this one that hasn't been done before. And for anybody who gets in on the early bird special, you can actually bring a friend for half price. Half price. Come on now.
Right. So bring a friend, bring a wife, bring spouse, whatever the case may be, and they don't have to pay the full purchase price. So, I mean, it's a win-win. And all right, well, guys, hey, thank you all so much. And listen, we'll see you next Monday. We'll see you next Thursday. Other than that, enjoy your weekend, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Marcy.